Hello everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. After a long gap, in past few days I couldn't make any vlogs as I was facing lots of problems and difficulties. And what was that problem, Mandachoy? My family was tested positive and I was the only one who was tested negative. So because of all that reasons, I was really very disturbed and I was really very traumatized by all those things. So today I'm back with another vlog, and in today's vlog I'm gonna share my feelings and about how we dealt with that situation. Actually, I have written something which I'm gonna share in today's vlog, so let's begin our vlog. Everything started from 5th May. It was approximately 5 p.m. My father was home from his office as usual, so I offered him tea and biscuits. Everything was normal. We had our dinner together. After having our dinner, father said that he is a bit unwell, so mother gave him medicines and he took rest. The next morning, 6th May, when my father woke up, we asked about his health and he said that he is okay. So as usual at 7:30 a.m. he left for his office. But another day, he woke up and he was literally not feeling well. He had high fever and body ache. Me and mom thought it's just a normal fever, but that particular day he couldn't go to the office and he took rest the whole day. It was an evening time, approximately 6 p.m. My father's condition became even worse. His health condition was deteriorating. He started to shiver with fever and his body temperature became high. Mother wrapped him inside 2 blankets, but still he was shivering. At that moment, I looked at his face and I noticed that his eyes were watery and his face was all red. I and mother started to worry and we decided that father should go to the doctor immediately. The next morning, that is 8th of May, my mother sent my father to the hospital for check-up. And at approximately 3 p.m. he reached home and he told us that he did COVID test as doctor suggested him to do so, and he even said that report will come after 3 days. So after 3 days, that is 11th of May, it was approximately 12 p.m. and we were about to have our lunch. Suddenly phone rang and I was the one to receive the call. The call was from the hospital and the hospital staff said that my father's report is positive. And after hearing that scary news, my whole body became cold and I started to shiver. I couldn't speak further and I gave the phone to my mom. When that scary news reached to my mom's ear, her reaction was also same like mine. Her face became red and her eyes were full of tears. Hospital staff informed us to come to the hospital to take medicines and they suggested my father for 17 days of strict home isolation. Then I went inside my father's room and I informed him about his report. After hearing that, he became red with fear and he didn't say anything. My mother tried to console all of us. She said everything will be absolutely okay, please eat nicely, but we couldn't eat much. All 4 of us ate a very little. Though my mom was acting strong by consoling us, I knew very well that she was also scared and tense from within. At that particular moment, I felt the real pain of those people who were suffering or who had suffered from COVID-19. Before that day, I had only heard about COVID in news but had never felt that pain so closely. There is a saying that you can't feel the real pain unless and until it comes or happens to you. Yes, the same thing happened to me as well. Never had I ever felt that kind of anxiety, agony before that day, as my father was the first person who was tested positive in the whole Balasan area. The whole afternoon, me and mom thought about this matter. We were in a dilemma whether to inform this news to others or not. At last, we decided to inform and share this news to everyone. So, at first, we shared this news to our relatives, our close family members, and then we informed it to the manager of our tea garden and to the every people of our society. Everyone became shocked and got scared as my father was the first person who was tested positive in the whole Balasan area. This news spread like fire, and we also decided to go to the hospital the next day and to bring medicines for my father and also to do our COVID test. And the manager of our tea garden and Rajiv sir, one of the members of our society, arranged ambulance for us. They informed us that driver has charged 5,000 rupees for the ambulance. So the manager of our tea garden decided to give half of the money, that is 2,500, to help us. So my mom also wanted to protect us, so she decided to shift me and my younger sister in another place. In our village, there is an empty house where no one lives, so my mom decided to shift me and my sister to that house from the another day. Actually, that house is of our respected Devika Fupu, but nowadays they don't stay there, so my mom decided to shift us there from the another day. Talking about that particular evening, the whole night it rained heavily, and I was not able to sleep the whole night thinking about my father and that horrendous COVID-19 pandemic. Though my eyes were closed, I was not able to sleep. The next morning, 12th May, when I woke up, I saw many people looking down towards my house, and I even noticed that when they saw me, they started to stare at me as if I were an alien. Now, when I think about that moment, I guess those people were trying to find out whether my father's condition was serious or not. So exactly at 10 a.m., ambulance came to pick us. We were ready to go to do our test. But deep down, there was a different kind of anxiety and agony which I had never felt before. When we came down, we saw many people, our family members, and there was also some of the people of our society. We entered inside the ambulance and everyone bid us goodbye. Even the manager of our tea garden bid us goodbye. When the other people of our village saw the ambulance passing by, they looked at us with fear. My mom, me, and my younger sister, all of us were anxious. The driver uncle of the ambulance tried to console us and he told us not to worry. And he even tried to soothe us by saying that everything will be all right. So when we reached the hospital, the driver uncle suggested us to take rest for some time before doing our test. At that particular day, it was raining quite heavily, and the driver uncle went to register our name for the test. And after some time, we went for the test. And the process of doing that test was so painful, even tears came out of my eyes. So after some time, we decided to meet the DM of the hospital for my father's medicine. Driver uncle took us to the DM's office and even took us to the medicines counter. We got 3 medicines from the hospital and we had to buy 3 from the medical store. After buying medicines and some fruits, we returned home. While returning also, driver uncle tried to ease our pain by making us laugh by his jokes and all. He was really a very good person. He was very helpful and generous person. I don't know much about him, but I only know his name. His name is Bhanu. He left us home safely, and I'm really very thankful towards him for his generosity and kindness towards us. When we reached home, my mom's family was there for us. They had already cleaned the other house in which we had decided to shift. They had also arranged everything for us. So after reaching home, we took all the essentials and shifted to the another house. My mom also shifted with us because she couldn't leave us alone. So we shifted to the another place with a heavy heart as my father was alone in the house. So from that evening we started to live separately, but we decided to take food for my father from there itself as he was not in the condition to cook. While taking food for him, I used to run so fast that people won't meet me on the way as people because people were frightened of us. So because of that reason I used to run so quick. During daytime I used to sit at veranda, and while doing so I noticed three kinds of people. Some people used to call us and console us while passing by that road. Some people used to walk so fast so that they can avoid speaking to us. And the third kind of people. Some people used to peep us silently while passing by that road. Some, apart from that, some of the people bought vegetables, Horlicks, and other essentials for us. It was so sweet of. One day I was sitting at veranda. It was a very foggy day, and suddenly I saw one man was clicking my photos. As it was a very foggy day, I couldn't recognize him. I didn't say anything, but it was too bad of him. So finally after 3 days, that is on 15th of May, our report came and I was the only one who was tested negative. My mom's and sister's report was positive. After hearing that, I felt as if in one blink of an eye my life was totally changed. Next day, my mama went to bring medicines for my mom and sister. But after taking medicines, my sister became sick. She vomited and she became weak. After seeing all these things, I was totally broken mentally. I got sick because of overthinking, and I was really very traumatized by all these things. So I was not in the condition to help my mom. She had to do all the works by herself. I was really very ashamed of myself because I was not able to take care of her. Instead, she used to take care of me the whole day and night. She used to console me to ease my pain. After every 2 days, doctor used to call us to ask about my mom's and my sister's health. She was so caring and generous kind of doctor. But I was really very sick. These so-called words like corona, covid19, positive, etc. All these things used to run in my mind every time, and even during night I couldn't sleep. I used to get scared thinking about all these things. I tried to think positive. I tried to console myself, but I was not able to get out of this trauma. So, when our quarantine was about to get over, doctor informed us that it's not necessary to do rat test at last. So from that day, I got relieved and I thought now everything will be fine. So after 18 long days, I slept peacefully. But some of the people and the manager sent my father for the test. But when he reached there, doctor refused to do his test, so he came back. So the next day we shifted back to our house. We shifted back home after 20 long days. I felt happy and relieved after shifting back home. I was proud of us because we never broke the rules of quarantine. We strictly followed all the rules of quarantine, and I was very happy about it. But after shifting back, I noticed that people were frightened of us. People didn't even accept our money. Some people even ran away after seeing us. So after noticing all this, I felt very bad. I used to ponder on this matter, but I started to take these things in a positive way, and I thought that they were doing this for their safety. This all happened for many days, and still now people are scared of us. So, after shifting back home, we heard that 2 or 3 people died in our area because of COVID, and many people were even tested positive. Still, now the situation is not good. So, please stay safe and take care of yourself. So that was the end of it, and lastly I would like to share something. If you have or if you get any symptoms like that, and if it doesn't get cured after 2 or 3 days, you need to visit to the doctor immediately. Always remember, your small step at right time can save your life. So that's it for today, and please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel, because I have a very least number of subscribers. So please subscribe to my channel. So bye, see ya all very soon.